Y'all, don't tell my parents this, but I just experienced the most dangerous drive I've ever been on for 2 full straight hours. I'm camping with a group of strangers this weekend. I had to drive to the campgrounds, obviously. It's literally 6:30 in the morning, and until probably 6:15 this morning, it was pitch black. Which, at least where I live, by like 5:45, 6, there's some light. But it was pitch black, and there was all of these windy roads that literally, if you were not careful enough, you would drive off of the mountain. And it was raining, and it was foggy, and it was terrifying. But there's also nowhere to pull off the road. And I was at the front of the line, so there was 2 cars behind me using my light to help them. I didn't have any light in front of me. All I could see was like 4 feet in front of me with my lights. Oh my gosh. I made it though. I made it. I'm 30 minutes early, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to do right now. I'm just sitting in my car hoping that the rain will stop soon. I need to pee so badly, but I don't think that there are bathrooms here. This is so terrifying. God, please just keep me from dying. Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do right now? I am not gonna lie. I'm questioning everything right now. I have no idea where I am. I don't have service, so I can't reach out to anyone. It's still raining and muggy, and I do not know what to do. Now that I think about it, I remember reading that in the group chat that someone mentioned that it might rain, but there were so many group messages. It wasn't one of the things that I decided was important to remember. Now I regret that. Okay, I found the right people. I'm at my little camping spot. I'm sharing it with a couple people. However, the rain canceled all the plans until this afternoon. So there's no yoga this morning and no hiking, which is the 2 reasons that I came this early. I would not have come this early. So that really sucks. I'm just gonna take a nap in my car and then maybe read. This is not how I expected this to go, but I'm trying to become a more flowy person that goes with the flow and doesn't get anxiety when things go out of her control. So this is what it looks like outside my window. Honestly, it's a good ambiance sound to fall asleep to. It's kind of a vibe in here. Caught a vibe. Baby, are you coming for the ride? This is me making lunch in my car because it's raining outside. So I have a literal, do you see that? It looks like cat food. I have a literal thing of tuna. I'm mashing it into a bowl, and then I'm gonna add some avocado and some salt and pepper and call it a meal. Avocado. Literally sitting on top of my suitcase. This is so funny. I've been here for like 5 hours and it's still pouring rain. It was supposed to stop by now, but then apparently one of the park rangers has said that it's gonna rain all night now. Oh, it just started pouring. Okay, I'm getting into my car. It's pouring. Oh my gosh, this sucks. I might actually leave. I've decided that I might leave because I think it's gonna rain for a really long time, and this is not fun. Although I did already meet friends and we've been playing We're Not Really Strangers, which has been very fun, but you can only do that for so long, you know? But already I laughed today more than I've laughed in a really long time. So I really hate rain. There's the pepper. What else do we got? We got some cumin. Cumin up in here. What is this life that I'm living? It's so fun. How long am I gonna just keep saying? One more hour, one more hour, one more hour. 4 out of 10. It keeps doing this thing where it pours for like 30 seconds and then drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. Oh, maybe it's not gonna rain anymore. Maybe it's stopping. Pours again. The 2 people that are assigned to the same campsite as me, we played We're Not Really Strangers, and so we were connecting pretty deeply right off the bat, which is why I love that game so much and why I love events like this, because a lot of times they are a way for me to meet people that have the same morals as me, the same values as me, the same eagerness and desire to dive deep with other people. And something I realized in answering the questions, even though I've played this game before, was how much of my character development goes back to high school. Those were some of the hardest years of my life, probably the 4 hardest years of my life, but the most formative years of my life for sure. Anytime you go through a challenge, it forces you to come out a different person, and I feel like I really was put through the ringer during those years, and it forced me to get clear with the type of person that I want to be. I don't know, I just realized playing this game this morning that even if I answered the questions about my life right now, I often referred back to something in high school that that changed a trajectory, changed a belief of mine, changed a perception of myself that I had, something like that. And there have been times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I am never gonna get past high school. Like the way that I was hurt in high school, I'm still not over it, clearly, because I think and talk about it all the time. But now I'm realizing that I don't really think it's that I'm not over what happened to me in high school. It's just that it made such a big impact in my life, and it's still having its ripple effects, that I'm constantly reflecting on that time and the ways that it changed my life. So that was just so interesting to me this morning, and I'm so grateful for my experiences that led me to where I am today, even though the ones in high school were hard. Praying that the rain will stop, but now it's 3 p.m. and it's still going. So I feel like I should just go home, even though I don't want to. I don't want to turn my phone back on. I don't want reception. I don't want to go back to my moldy apartment. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful it is. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. So I did end up coming home from the camping trip. I was only there for the day. It was supposed to be 3 days, but due to the rain, all the activities for the day got canceled, so I decided to just drive back to my place. And yes, I'm very sad that it wasn't the experience that I was expecting and hoping for in my head. However, I still am so thankful that I drove yesterday and was there for just that day, because the 2 people that were assigned to the same campsite as me, I truly believe that I was meant to meet those people. And because it was raining, all we could do was sit under this tarp close together and talk to one another. We played We're Not Really Strangers. I talked about that earlier, and I connected with them very deeply, very quickly, and I felt so seen and heard by them. I was sharing some things that normally I just keep inside of my head because I don't even want to try to explain them to people, and I didn't even have to explain myself to them. They resonated and understood everything that was coming out of my mouth, and they gave me some really good insights and wisdom, and it was just one of those moments where you just kind of look up and you're like, thank you, God. This was so meant to be, and if all the little things that went wrong didn't go wrong, then that wouldn't have happened. And so I'm very thankful for that experience, even if it wasn't the experience that I was planning on having. That's all to say, sometimes things don't go the way you plan them, but that doesn't mean that they go wrong. That doesn't mean that they didn't go the way they were supposed to go, you know what I mean? So I challenge you to challenge your thoughts when you start to catch yourself saying things like, that was such a waste of time, all of that was for nothing, yada yada yada. Maybe there's a way to flip it and see the positive in it. I don't know, you could just try. If there's nothing positive about it, then there's nothing positive about it. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Not what I was hoping it would be, but that's life, isn't it? That's life.